State of Ethics and Corporate Social Responsibility in Business in 2025. To start off a conversation about ethical responsibility in the business world in 2025, we have to start at the beginning, which is the definition of ethical responsibility. Ethical responsibility, according to library.5able.me, is described as the obligation of individuals and organizations to act in accordance with ethical principles and standards. Now, this definition does not give great insight into the two sides of ethics, so for ease of understanding, I'm going to give the moral definition and the corporate definition of ethical responsibility. Now, because everyone has different morals, I think it is important for large companies and corporations to understand what their target market and demographics are in order to get an idea of what they should avoid regarding business operations. For a massive company like Amazon, this is easier said than done. Ethics can have a different meaning, as for personal use it comes down to morals and the principles or values we as consumers and people have, whereas corporate ethics and responsibility is meant to confirm that companies are operating within the law and in a lawful and ethical manner. Or, to shorten that up, it is the strategies used by companies to ensure that they are designed based on the idea that their operations or businesses are ethical and beneficial for the consumers. For examples of this, I will be using Amazon. Now, with Amazon being one of, if not the largest corporation in the world, there's no escaping the limelight when something good or ethically irresponsible happens. Either way, people are going to hear about it. For this, we need to talk about three things: value for society as a whole, balance in stakeholder interest, and quantitative and qualitative accountability. For one, the value for society regarding Amazon on paper is extremely valuable. With them being one of the largest companies on the planet, Amazon has created more than 950,000 jobs, averaging the creation of about 1,000 jobs per day. Now, like I said, on paper this sounds great, but when you ask the laborers and delivery drivers that work for Amazon, it no longer sounds like a place you would want to work. This is because of constant scrutiny over the last few years that still runs into today regarding the lower levels of Amazon. Many employees have said that even though the starting pay rate of $22 an hour sounds good, employees have said that is not enough to justify the long hours, with the major issue being the prioritization of efficiency and speed over the safety of the employees. With the Senate investigation finding that warehouse workers are at a very high risk of lower back injuries and musculoskeletal disorders. While Amazon is still the largest retailer in the U.S., it is not a good look to have constant employment issues, and the thought of thousands of people getting injured in the unsafe working conditions to give us, the consumers, our product in a timely manner is not a good one. When it comes to balance in stakeholder interest, there are a few things that set off red flags, with the main one being taxes. Amazon has been known amongst business and corporate world to be an aggressive tax avoider, according to ethicalconsumer.org. In the UK in 2023, Amazon created the loss of over 430 million euros from unethical tax avoidance. And according to the most recent figures, Amazon will likely pay 18 million euros in corporate tax, which ends up being about 4% of the total amount to be expected in the UK. According to expertbeacon.com, globally, Amazon's annual tax bill likely exceeds 10 billion. So for people to say Amazon is a pro at tax avoidance and doesn't pay taxes is simply not true. However, it does not being the expected amount, or does not end up being the expected amount of the IRS. This all plays a role in the financial accountability as it does shareholder interest. Finally, we've got qualitative accountability. Amazon has been found to have negative effects on the climate, and frankly a very poor climate record. But with Amazon claiming to have a target of being carbon neutral by 2040, they work very hard to ensure that their carbon emissions appear smaller than they actually are. As ethicalconsumer.org states, Amazon only includes Amazon branded products. According to Amazon, the Employees for Climate Justice, this number could be as low as a staggering 1%. This suggests that Amazon's Scope 3 emissions could be 100 times higher than claimed by the company. Amazon has also been found to destroy unsold and refunded stock due to the idea that it costs more to store than it does to destroy and replace. In conclusion, with Amazon being one of the largest, if not the largest corporation in the world, some people like myself wonder if Amazon is too big to fail. Well, as of right now, on paper, that is the case. But something can always change and cause the fall of this massive company. So to the viewer, I leave this question up to you. Is Amazon an ethically responsible company in 2025?